Western District of Michigan, a high-profile federal case has brought shocking allegations to light. David Taylor, founder of the Kingdom of God Global Church (KOGGC), and his second-in-command, Michelle Brannon, stand accused of orchestrating a complex forced labor and money laundering scheme. The government's memorandum details how Taylor and Brannon allegedly used their positions to manipulate, control, and exploit dozens of workers for over a decade. This case is not just about financial crimes, it's about the abuse of power, psychological manipulation, and the devastating impact on victims' lives. As we explore the facts, we'll see how the justice system addresses such serious allegations and the evidence that underpins the government's push for pretrial detention. Taylor and Brannon's organization operated under the names JMMI and later KOGGC, running call centers across the country. Workers drawn in by promises of spiritual fulfillment soon found themselves subjected to grueling hours, public humiliation, and strict control over every aspect of their lives. The government alleges that Taylor and Brannon used threats, sleep deprivation, food withholding, and even physical violence to maintain a climate of fear. Workers were not paid, isolated from the outside world, and punished for failing to meet fundraising quotas. The evidence includes text messages ordering harsh punishments, training manuals, and testimonies from traumatized victims. This systematic exploitation generated nearly $50 million in donations, much of which funded luxury lifestyles for Taylor and Brannon. The psychological and physical toll on the victims, including children, is a central focus of the prosecution's case. Federal agents uncovered extensive evidence supporting the forced labor and money laundering charges. Search warrants revealed living conditions where dozens shared cramped spaces, while Taylor and Brannon enjoyed lavish accommodations. Investigators found ledgers, training binders, luxury vehicles, cash, gold bars, and explicit evidence of sexual exploitation. Government argues that Taylor poses a significant danger to the community and a flight risk, citing his access to funds, history of manipulation, and ongoing influence over followers. The prosecution emphasizes that no release conditions could ensure the safety of victims or the integrity of the proceedings. This case highlights the broad definition of danger under the Bail Reform Act, encompassing not just physical violence but also psychological harm, financial exploitation, and obstruction of justice. The court must weigh these factors as it decides whether Taylor should remain detained before trial. The Taylor case is a stark reminder of how power can be abused under the guise of faith and community. The government's detailed memorandum paints a picture of systematic exploitation, psychological manipulation, and financial crime on a massive scale. As the court considers the evidence and the risks posed by Taylor's release, the broader community watches closely. This case not only seeks justice for the victims, but also serves as a warning about the dangers of unchecked authority and the importance of safeguarding vulnerable individuals. The outcome will have lasting implications for how similar cases are prosecuted and how communities protect themselves from such exploitation. Ultimately, the pursuit of justice in this case is about restoring dignity and safety to those who were harmed and reinforcing the rule of law.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that didn't deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lined in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. They've been spending most of their lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the state, so I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my tin in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker, and my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24? The way things are going, I don't know. Tell me why are we so blind to see that the ones we hurt are you and me? We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We've been spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. We keep spending most of our lives living in the gangster's paradise. minute after minute, hour after hour. Everybody's running, but half of them ain't looking what's going on in the kitchen. But I don't know what's cooking. They say I got to learn, but nobody's here to teach me. If they can't understand it, how can they reach me? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they front. That's why I know my life is out of luck, fool.